So 2016 is slowly coming to a close. And if you feel like you've lost your passion this year, don't worry. You can get it back. And our next guest is here to show us how. Her name is Elena Love, and she is an author and creator of Passionality. Don't you love that? It's a company that focuses on the art and science of bringing purpose and passion into our daily lives. And this morning, she joins us live to help us reignite our passion just in time for the new year. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And I think, again, this time of year, everyone wants to reinvent themselves for the new year, find their purpose in life. Passionality, what is that?
Well, it's really exactly that. It's the combination of personality, purpose, and passion all coming together within you. And all of us have a passionality.
How do you know what yours is?
Well, we have an online website called mypassionality.com, and with mypassionality.com, you can go on and take something called the Passion Profiler, which is an online survey that helps you understand what your top 3 passions are. And there are actually 10.
Okay.
We all have 10 within us.
We all have 10.
All of us have 10 of them within us to greater or lesser degrees.
Okay.
But if we understand our top 3, we understand the strengths we're likely to have because of our passions, the vulnerabilities we're going to be more subject to because of them, and the environments in which we're likely to thrive and be happy.
What about if someone says this is all frivolity? I mean, you know, pick a job, do it, make a living. I mean, why do you need to follow your passion?
Well, more and more I'm finding that it's absolutely critical for our health and well-being. I'm working on a new book called Passionality, and I'm finding as I look at research over and over again that the stress associated with not living our purpose and not living our passions really does have long-term effects. It affects us mentally. People are more depressed than others who are working passionately. It affects our DNA, right down to the level of DNA. There's something called the telomere on the end of a chromosome that's impacted when we're living in a stressful environment and not living our passions. And guess what? You can pass that on to your progeny.
My goodness.
So not only does it affect you, it goes on to future generations.
So is this something then that employers should be wary of, that, you know, each of their employees has a personality type that they should help enhance to perhaps elicit better performance?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've been doing this work for years with leaders and teams and companies across the world. And what we have found is that when leaders understand the passions of their people, they're better able to manage them. They're better able to create environments in which those people are likely to do their best and thrive. And when you're working from a place of passion, you give a ton of discretionary effort to the role that you're in that the company can't afford to pay for.
Absolutely. I want to take us back to the personality test. Give me an example. Like, what would it ask you to help you figure out what your passionality is?
Well, what we're really doing is concentrating on the things that excite you most. So someone who has a creator passion, for example, loves art, loves beauty, so things that are aesthetic are going to be very, very important to them. Someone who has a builder passion, for example, is going to love big, hairy, audacious goals that no one seems to think can be achieved. And they're going to go after them. And they're going to love working in environments where they don't have restrictions, where they have the opportunity to pursue goals. Somebody who's a healer is going to love taking somebody who's in pain and discomfort and helping them get to a better place.
Can your top 3 passions change throughout your life, or do they always remain the same?
It's interesting. We're finding from our research that you tend to keep your passions throughout your life, but the order in which they appear in your top 3 can shift over time based on opportunities you have or experiences that you get exposed to.
Well, again, I know we started this saying this time of year, people always want to reinvent themselves and find out what really is their calling. Give us how can we find this book, how we can get more information about finding our passion through your work?
Well, I would say go to mypassionality.com, take the Passion Profiler. You'll understand what your top 3 passions are. From that, you'll have a sense of where you're likely to thrive, and use that information as you make decisions going into the new year, as you're thinking about, am I going to go this way or this way with a particular job that I'm in, or am I going to get involved in pursuing work with a particular community organization, and ask yourself, will there be room for my passion there? And if there's room for your passion there, run.
Absolutely. So it's never too late.
It's never too late. No. In fact, the older we get, the more inclined we are to want to pursue our passions and have meaning in our lives.
All right. So if you're unhappy, maybe you're not doing the right thing, that's not your calling, Elena Love can help you find it with Passionality.
Absolutely.
Gave you the details on the screen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I already feel like, okay, we're on the right track. This is a good way.
There you go.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. All right. Back over to you guys.